Like, we don't even have, it's like a blank screen, like the blue.
Thing doesn't work up there. You go back. But when I was doing it earlier, that if you go to the GTV.
See, the jinx. Lancaster County Planning Commission of October 5th, 2022. A printed agenda is available outside the hearing room, and a copy of the full agenda, including the staff reports, is available online or at the Planning Department, room 213. The Open Meetings Act is posted just inside the doors at the back of the room. If you parked in the parking lot across the street to the north, the gate is open and no parking coupons are needed. Out of courtesy for those attending this meeting, commissioners, and staff, cell phones may not be used in the chamber during any portion of this meeting. We appreciate your cooperation. The Planning Commission action today is final on the following item, 1.4, Special Permit 22032. Any aggrieved person may appeal final action of the Planning Commission to the City Council or the County Board by filing a notice of appeal with the clerk within 14 days following the action of the Planning Commission. The Planning Commission action on all other items is a recommendation to the City Council or County Board. The first item of business is the approval of the minutes of the regular meeting held September 21st, 2022.
So moved, Campbell.
Is there a second?
Second, Rodenberg.
Shelley?
Ball,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Core,
Abstain.
Cruz,
Yes.
Joy,
Yes.
Rodenberg,
Yes.
Edgerton.
Yes.
Minutes approved.
The next item of business is the consent agenda. Items on the consent agenda will be called at the same time and will not be scheduled for a separate public hearing unless there is a request from someone wishing to speak or at the request of a commission member. I will ask Shelley to read all the consent agenda items into the record. Once those items are read, she will ask if there is anyone wishing to speak. If you wish to speak on an item on the consent agenda, we would ask that you stand and state that item. That item will then be removed from the consent agenda and scheduled as a separate public hearing under Section 3 of today's agenda. All items remaining on the consent agenda will be voted upon in total with a motion for approval. Shelley, will you please call the items on the consent agenda?
Yes, the first item on the consent agenda is item 1.1, Comprehensive Plan Conformance 22016, to review as to conformance with the 2050 Lincoln Lancaster Comprehensive Plan for the 10th and O redevelopment project for approximately 70 apartments and associated parking with potential streetscape enhancements on property generally located at 1030 O Street. Next item, item 1.2, Comprehensive Plan Conformance 22019, to review as to conformance with the 2050 Lincoln Lancaster Comprehensive Plan for the Greater Downtown Principal Corridors Redevelopment Project, to remove certain areas from the project boundaries so that they can be their own redevelopment projects, with an overall project boundary including publicly and privately owned property roughly bounded by 9th to 28th Streets between north side of P and south side of N, and 9th and 10th Streets from south side of K to north side of S Street, generally located at N to P Streets from 9th to 28th and 9th to 10th Street from K to S Street. Next item is item 1.3, Text Amendment 22007, to amend various sections of the zoning ordinance as printed in the agenda. Next item is Special Permit 22032, to allow for the reconstruction of a fire-damaged non-conforming garage on property generally located at 406 South 24th Street. The Planning Commission action is final unless appealed to the Lincoln City Council. Are there any ex parte communications to be disclosed on these items?
No.
Are there any ex parte communications that took place or additional information you learned while visiting these sites to be disclosed?
No.
Is there anyone here wishing to speak on these consent agenda items?
Is there anyone wishing to speak? Seeing none, I will entertain a motion.
I would move that we approve the consent agenda.
Second, Joy?
Shelley?
Ball,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Core,
Yes.
Cruz,
Yes.
Joy,
Yes.
Rodenberg,
Yes.
Edgerton.
Yes.
Motion carried 7-0.
Shelley, I think you read on the first 1.1, 22016.
That's right. It's 22018.
018, excuse me.
Okay.
So nothing's been called. So we're done. Just reading through here.
I would move to adjourn.
Yeah. Second core.
Do we need to see if there's anybody who wants to speak on anything?
Yes, we do. Is there anyone wishing to speak on an item not on the agenda? Okay, we have a motion and a second. Go ahead and call the vote for a motion for adjournment.
Ball.
Yes.
Campbell.
Yes.
Core.
Yes.
Cruz.
Yes.
Joy.
Yes.
Rodenberg.
Yes.
Edgerton.
Yes.
Meeting adjourned.
It
Thank
may-
you.
It may tie.